I'll start off.
Yes.
Came out of the gate, we looked a little bit tight, struggled offensively, probably due to Auburn's pressure. They were denying, they were making it very difficult. Forced us into some one-on-one plays where, that's what they try to do. They, one of the best shot blocking teams in the country, they're number one, and they forced us into some shots around the rim that were rushed or missed and those types of things. We were able to hang on. We were lucky to only be down 8 at halftime. In the second half, we cut it to 6, and our defense just didn't hold up. Shot 70% from the field. That's not going to be winning numbers for us. But you got to give your hats off to Auburn. That's how they play. We needed to handle the ball. We needed to rebound, and we needed to be poised. And all three of those, we were below average. But hats off to Auburn.
Did they do anything defensively, especially early on? I mean, it just felt like you guys had a difficult time to like getting up on the guys.
Good defense takes the rhythm of what you want to do, and it's hard to get rhythm in the game. And they forced us out. They forced us into drives. I felt like we didn't take advantage of how we had to take advantage in transition. It felt a little bit like the first half of the Gonzaga game. We had opportunities. We just we went in there rather than going in there and trying to find others. That's where we got to get better. And then we let, in my opinion, the second half, after I haven't watched the film, but we let bad offense affect our defense, and you can't allow that to happen.
With your offense, I know that Noah is going to be your point guard, but you've got some guys who can play point guard, but that's not their strength. And the only guy that you've got where their strength is being a point guard is Corin. How much is that holding your offense back right now?
Well, against a team like this, you have to have ball handlers. Like I took, I think it was Cole or Jamal out early just to have another ball handler, and they started with their pressure and their press. But for the most part, I think P.J. Fuller has done a really good job. Obviously, we can always be better. Corin and Keon Manyfield has had some really good moments in our preseason. It just was one of those nights, and you just got to brush your shoulder off. I always go home, we're all disappointed, but we all have a lot to be grateful for. Everybody was disappointed tonight. Our fans, I didn't know who would be here. It was incredible, the turnout with the weather. So I appreciate that. I wish we would have performed better for them to put them in position to help us win that game. But to the fans, believe in us. We have a good team. And, we play in a great league, and we got a great opportunity when we get back for the holidays. And there's not one happy person in our locker room. We've been a resilient group all year, and we're going to bounce back.
That's what I wanted to ask you. What's that locker room like right now?
Devastated. These guys are competitors. They care for each other. And a team like that forces you to kind of play in a one-on-one frenzy. And we weren't poised enough, and that's great learning experience for your younger guards. The last game we had 24 assists. Tonight we had 7. Didn't make a lot of shots, but that's how you get assists. But we'll reassess. But our defense is what we hang our hat on in the second half. We just weren't good enough.
Like you already mentioned, the offense might have affected the defense, but where did you think the breakdowns were?
You know what? Like we have a foundation on our defense in our zone, and they got the ball wherever they wanted. They scored 48 points in the paint. We had a scheme to kind of help Braxton not get into foul trouble in certain situations, and we just didn't execute. And against a team like this, if you don't execute, they get it on the glass. We cut it to 6. They get offense rebound, kick it out for a 3, and then when you have to press at the end, you're either gonna lose by 25 or you're gonna come back in the game. That's the risk of pressing. They beat it. They hit a couple threes down there, which extended the lead. We just couldn't get over that hump.
When they did make that run, there was like a 15-2 run.
Yeah.
What happened during that script?
It was the same thing. We were trying to get more possessions. In our pressure, there's a couple rotations we didn't make, and if you don't make that, they get down there, and they took advantage of it. And so, a lot of lessons, a lot of learning opportunities. I feel like in the first half, in the preseason, I would have loved to be 10-3. We're 9-4. Could be worse. I told the guys, you play with a lot of resiliency. We've had a couple guys come off red shirt. They've been selfless to do what's best for the program and the team. We just got to get better. That's just what it is, and we will.
The other stat that really jumps out on the stat sheet is, the rebounding, 42 to
17.
Yeah.
17 different.
Yeah, not good. What do you do? Because it's not going to get any easier with USC.
It's not. And you know what? It's one of those things where, a lot of it is where they're getting the ball to and where they're getting their shot. You become vulnerable to their rebounding part. And that happened tonight. We're going to have to be tougher in those situations. And, we were in a situation early where we were able to play two really big guys that kind of, now it's the one. And when we have to go small, it just becomes different. It was like in the game against Gonzaga where Braxton gets into foul trouble, we just become small again and not as athletic and aggressive. But we're just going to have to do it. We did it against St. Mary's. They actually out-rebounded Houston. We can do it. We just have to focus on that and execute better.
Do you think your two freshman guards will get more responsibilities as the season goes on?
Yeah, and they're really proud of them. They just, they've got to be better defensively, I think. I think they steal the ball. I think they do those things, but they need to know the difference of when to and when not to, kind of balance that out. But they've done a really good job. They're freshmen. They're going to have ups and downs, but they're fearless, I can tell you that.
And,
Coach,
sorry,
one more?
Yeah, just as you sort of wrap up the whole sort of non-conference, the things that you liked from it, things that you didn't, as you head into the game on the 30th.
I think looking back at the 13 games, the one thing I'm really proud of these guys is just how resilient they've been and selfless. We've had a couple unfortunate injuries and a couple guys that were going to take the year to get better and do all those things came off, and they've done a good job. And we've been able to have to adapt. And you can look at a lot of different ways. I wish we were 13-0. Dropped a couple that we wish we would have had back. But we've played a couple top 25 net teams, 3 of them. So we've learned a lot of what we're going to have to do against the better teams, the upper echelon teams in our league. If we can do that, we'll be able to beat them, be competitive with them, and hopefully, have a chance to win a Pac-12 championship. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're trying to do.
You got a lot of time off here. What's the plan for the time off?
I told all the guys, I'm like, we have a lot to be grateful for. Pick your heads up. We're all disappointed, but family's the most important thing, and you get a chance to, be with our Husky family and had everybody hug each other, tell they love each other. We're all there for each other. Go home and get that energy, that family energy. A lot to be grateful for. Come back. We need the rest. I think we need time away from each other too, and then get back and get to work. That's what you can do, right? How do you respond? And the one thing I love about these guys, they've been resilient all year, and that's the kind of character kids we have, and be ready to bounce back. Wish we could play tomorrow. Happy holidays, everybody. All right? Purse. Okay, good. Let's go.